This is a product. This product is as a result of a manufacturing process. So there is a product, there is a process. Now, if I open it, what I have here is what? Potatoes. These are potatoes that are salted. Maybe fried. Okay, fried. Or I don't know. Or baked. Whichever way. But it has been processed, salted, preserved, and now it is sold for consumption. Now, can I tell you this? Pringles is it's a universal product. These products have got, in fact, everywhere. You find it in Europe, in Africa, in America, in Asia. It is exported. It is made in UK and exported to all the countries of the world. Maybe not all, but I think most countries. But I know it's a very, very popular brand of chips. All right. Now, this is a cover. This is a foil, like an aluminium foil. This is a container. This is a container. And you have a wrap. Okay? There's a wrap. Then inside it, you have a product. Now, this is 1, 2. The foil. This container. 3. This paper you are seeing that is used to wrap it. 4. Now, the product inside. 5. This is 5 different processes that came in here. Now, can you imagine the supply chain these products must have triggered? Aside from skill and unskilled labor. Now, you talk about the product inside, the chip itself. It is planted. Somebody did the planting. Somebody did the harvesting. Somebody did the processing, washing, maybe a machine, right? Now, the packaging, all these things were produced. This cover was produced differently, maybe by a different company. This wrap you are seeing is produced differently, perhaps by a different company. Then the package itself by a different, because I've worked in logistics companies before, so I know how these things are sourced. In fact, from these 5 supply chains, there are other tiers of suppliers. Because for you to produce this cover, there are products, there are ingredients that are used to produce it. These are paper used to wrap it. This cover, then the product itself. Now, if they are done by machines, don't forget, those machines are serviced. Those machines are procured. Those machines are maintained. Those machines are replaced. So you're talking about service cost, running cost, maintenance cost, and replacement cost. So I can tell you for free that thousands of people, different professionals, engineers, mechanical, electrical, chemical, accountants, economics, business managers, and many other lines of profession must have come into play for the production of this product. So how do you eradicate poverty? Through a product, a process, and the services. Now, you can imagine how many employees are engaged here in production of Pringles that is consumed all over Nigeria. I saw it in Germany. I buy it in Germany. I enjoy it as well in Germany, in Europe. Now, all over Europe, you will find this. In most parts of Africa, you will find this. Now, think of the number of employees working here. Sir, this is how you eradicate poverty, extreme poverty. Because the people working here will always find something to do, and this is like a multinational product that is consumed in many countries of the world. So, prosperity preachers, this is what it takes to eliminate, to eradicate poverty. It is not a mystery. There is no mystery here. The only mystery here is sciences. Okay? Research and development. How do we improve our yield? How do we make sure that the products here last, for the duration which it was intended for? It has expiry dates. That is it. This is how wealth is created. These products have triggered several supply chains, maybe from different countries. Your car engines, your smartphones. Do you know how many countries and companies are involved in the manufacturing process of your smartphones? Do you know how many patents these things carries? Your car, your engine blocks. That is how poverty is eradicated. That is how wealth is created. There is nothing mysterious about it. So the more we have companies in a particular country, system, or society that are involved in processing, that are involved in creating these products, that are involved in varying degrees of services, then the better for that economy, the better for that nation. So the reason why we are stopped, the reason why we are where we are today is because there is no products, there are no processes, there are no services, or not enough. Now, what are we processing in this part of the world that somebody in Europe is consuming? Mention 2 products we are processing, like we have all the supply chain, or most of it are here. Like we have the product, we have the raw material, we process it here, and after processing it, we package it and send it to Europeans for European consumption. Not Africans in Europe. I mean, Europeans themselves, Chinese themselves, Japanese, Americans. Mention 2 products. That is why we are where we are today. And there is nothing mysterious about it. This is how wealth is created. There is a product, there is a process, there are services to be rendered. And by so doing, you trigger a supply chain that will engage professionals from different walks of life, both skilled and unskilled laborers as well. Now, when you do that, any country in the world that can manufacture more of those products, that has processing companies, will definitely conquer poverty in varying degree, will definitely create wealth for its citizens. That is how it works.